This is Minecraft's hardest boss, Master Mode Floor 7, consisting of 6 deadly and difficult stages that require insane gear and skill, and I'm gonna dedicate the next month of my life to be able to comfortably beat this thing once and for all. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do in this enormous grind is run the floor below Master Mode Floor 7, Master Mode Floor 6. This is because at the end of every single run throughout all the catacombs, you level up your catacombs level a bit. Now it quite literally gives me more stats in dungeons, and so I'm making it my goal to go from cata 43 to at least 44 and preferably 45. This will help me be able to do enough damage in M7 and survive in the first place. M6 also has some pretty good drops like the Giant Sword, the second best melee sword in all of Skyblock. Now the chances of getting one are extremely rare, but if I'm able to drop one, it could really help towards funding some better gear for M7. So I got to grinding. I made sure to do at least 5 runs every day in order to take advantage of the daily XP run bonus, and I even made a spreadsheet of every run I did to not lose track. To say that the beginning of this grind went well would be a bit of an understatement. On run 225, I got Catacombs 44 and Berserker 40, which was my first level 40 class and looked extremely swag. But 3 runs before that, I got something cool. I literally do not know what to say. Okay, so this is my 222nd run, and I just got a Giant Sword and it's a 1 in 916 chance. And the funny thing is that the screenshot says about 2 months before that, I dropped my first Giant Sword. And it was at 159 runs. And now at 222 runs, I get one too. Also, this was a long time ago. I don't know why I'm holding my Giant Sword in my inventory. It was probably because I wanted, like, luck or something. Now, even though the Catacombs grind was going extremely well, I decided to try something else that I could benefit from because, frankly, doing M6 all day was getting extremely boring. And so with the money I'd earned from M6, I decided to invest in a budget Enderman Slayer setup, and this was because Aatrox was just elected mayor and there could be a chance that I might drop a Judgment Court. A free 300 million coin drop that could save me a ton of time in the next portion of this grind. Now you might be wondering, where did your max kill final destination worth at least 500 million coins go? Well, you see, I might have lent it to a friend and he got ratted, so F's for me. Anyways, I spent around 150 mil on some decent final destination in an Overflux power orb, and luckily with this setup, I was able to RCM Void Glooms in about 60 seconds. A pretty reasonable time for most people. Although at first I hadn't done Void Glooms in a while and I wasn't really used to it yet. Please survive. Oh gosh. Highlights from the 15,000 Enderman XP I got on the first day was this Loot Shared Enchant Ruin, which is much rarer than a Judgment Core, and yet somehow only worth like 5 mil. And on the second day, I did around 2 hours of Enderman Slayer. I didn't get much, to be honest, except for this. Judgment Core! Yo! This is so undeserving. Bro, I'm at like 200k XP. Oh. I was literally telling everybody on my guild and in my friends list that I was gonna get a core today, and I did. Bro. I mean, number 1, I didn't get the rod swap, so it's only 175% magic find. And 2, I have it at Enderman Slayer 7, bro. People have gone to Enderman Slayer 9, that's a million XP without one. Now, I was gonna continue with the Void Gloom grind. I mean, my luck was literally juiced. First the Giant Sword and now this. But then somebody named Big Man Zebo, a high cata friend, partied me to do some M7. Ahem, I might have thrown. A bit. But somehow, even with me and almost the rest of the party throwing, we managed to defeat all the dragons and finish the run. Yo! M7. Sadly, no profit, but we still completed it in like 13 minutes. I can still reroll, I guess, though, in the dungeon hub. 1 Kismet. I'm gonna reroll it. Implosion! Bro, it's 85 million coins! It's the lowest scroll, but still, I don't care. On my first M7 run. What are even the chances of that? 968? Bro, that's rarer than a handle, no! So yeah, my luck did not stop there. And while you may think that the video is done now, I got massively carried. So until I stop throwing, get a sub 10 M7 and an S+, with no deaths from me, this challenge will not be over. And over the next couple days, I realized that the only way for me to stop throwing would be to actually get some better gear, starting with the best pet in the game, the Golden Dragon. However, getting this pet was not going to be easy in the slightest. You needed 600 million coins just to buy the egg, and people have spent months just trying to get one. Anyways, I was extremely broke after buying the Diamond Necron head, the best helmet in the game for M7, and if I wanted the Golden Dragon pet, I would need around 600 million coins. So I decided to sell my max mining setup. This way I could afford the gdrag and still have money left over. The only thing being, I wouldn't be able to mine anymore. While waiting for my divan armor to sell, I decided to see how good the new Kudra update was for money. Back then, I could only do the tier 3 Kudra, but I was still making 1 million coins off of the essence. And I even managed to get this Breeze and Mana Pool Molten equipment piece, which I sold for 20 million coins. And finally, one day after getting home from school, everything sold. Claim this, and now we can start looking for a golden dragon. If you're confused right now, there are 2 ways to get a golden dragon. You could buy it from a rare structure in the Crystal Hollows and also get an achievement and a pretty big discount, or you can be like a loser with no patience and buy it off of the AH. Now, I was only like 3/4 loser, partly because I bought the coordinates, and also because I got scammed buying the coordinates for 3 mil. And after a bit of drama, I finally found a golden dragon. Hey, gdrag! 50 enchanted gold blocks, so I'll get that first. Perfect amethyst, jade, sapphire, topaz, and amber. And that should be good. Confirm purchase. Hey! Let's go. Level 1 dragon egg. With the leftover money, I decided to buy the best leggings, boots, and chestplate in the game for my class. And while with the golden dragon equipped, it would give me less health, it would give me so much more damage. Now, you might think that this grind was going pretty well, but in reality, I had a major problem. My golden dragon egg didn't even hatch until level 100, so I couldn't even put a pet item on it, or even use its perks until then. And even so, it needed 1 billion coins in the bank to be the best, and not only was I literally flat broke, but I didn't even have the bank size to fit 1 billion coins. And since I sold my mining gear for this pet, I had no way of getting money, until I discovered M4. Now, most people, including me, thought it would be a literal pain playing it, but in fact, with some cheesing and a competent team, you could make an extreme amount of money an hour. It was mainly luck-based whether you got 0 coins an hour or 70 million coins an hour, but almost every time it was at least 20 to 30 million coins. And this was mainly thanks to a small oversight/bug from the admins. Because apparently, using a little cheese with the RNG meter that was recently added, you could more than double your star chance, turning M4 from the already 15 million coins an hour it was before the RNG meter update to what it is now. You're basically profiting every run from stars, spirit wings, and even recoms. So as long as you had a good mage and knew how to do M4, you could get insane amounts of money. Also, I made one video about M4 already where I talked about me making 70 mil an hour, and it's apparently become a meme in the M4 community. Like, bruh. Next was to upgrade my bank account so that it could actually hold 1 billion coins, and to do that, I'd need to donate a lot of items worth extreme amounts of coins to the museum, which means I can never sell it again. And it was during this time that I accidentally soul-binded my Hyperion. Here we go. Wait. No! I didn't need to do that. What? No. Even though I didn't have 1 billion coins yet, I decided to work on the second problem with the gdrag, leveling it up to 100. And I had a couple strategies in order to level this thing up. The first strategy I tried was ghost grinding, which is the best way to get combat XP in the game, but it needed an incredible amount of skill and gear, which I did not have, so I was making a pathetic 1.4 million XP an hour. I also did my EXP table every day, which was insane for XP, but it had a 24-hour cooldown. But one day while I was streaming, Implodent and Dragoon Master showed me a way of getting XP that was extremely broken. Crystal Hollows Mithril. Which means I was forced yet again to go back into mining and rebuy my Divan armor. With the coordinates that Dragoon Master gave to me, I got to work leveling up this pet. The XP rates were absolutely insane. My golden dragon was getting 2.4 million XP every single hour. And after hours, and hours, and hours of grinding, I finally did it. Here we go! Already level 101. Finally, this took so long. Now to get it to level 200. A bit afterwards, Derpy was elected mayor, and so I put down max melon minions to get farming XP. This could give me more health and help me in M7. Now to say these minions were overpowered would be a slight understatement. With these minions, I was able to get my gdrag to level 128, 114 mil worth of resources, and finally 2 farming levels and a ton overflow. GG boys, we did it, 30 Skyblock XP. After Derpy, I invited a friend to my island and he cleaned out the entire thing, finding around 1.2 billion coins, which is kinda crazy. I mean, to think that I had that much lying around just sitting there, imagine what I could have done with it sooner. With the money, I decided to get Carpentry 50, so we spent around 1 billion coins in enchanted diamonds and crafted them all into enchanted diamond blocks. And by the end of this grind, we had so many enchanted diamond blocks that we hit the NPC sell limit on every single person in the co-op. And now the quest to finally beat M7 really began. I want to say a big thanks to Big Man Zevo for doing M7 with me so I could learn the feel of it, Brave Ninja for helping me train in different classes so that I wouldn't throw, and Mark on Top, the Antarctican, and Snowlife for tolerating the 2+ deaths I would have each run. And all of you guys for helping me find parties. Anyways, with some cool upgrades like this Infinity Leap and an Infinity Boom, a 200 mil-ish on talismans, including the Ender Relic, and a maxed Artifact of Power, and another 200 million coins buying Master Stars from my Diamond Necron head, Max Orb Boots, and Terminator, my gear was all ready to go. And after a ton of M6 and M7, I was able to hit Cata 45 and Catacombs 46. And one day, after 70 runs and thousands of hours in preparation, it happened.
Take care of SA. Okay, I'm in my cubby. Just
sitting at the same old workplace. What's the point of this chase? To just bite our old tail.
Nice. Red. Nice. Hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. It doesn't matter. This one doesn't. It goes on set paths. Green's the only one that doesn't. And sub 10.
Yo!